Om Narayana Adi Narayana. Welcome back to Bhagavan Sri VENKAIAH SWAMY YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn from the sacred book SATCHARITRA of Bhagavan Sri VENKAIAH Swamy, a Parayana Grantha, the life and teachings of Bhagavan Sri VENKAIAH Swamy. It helps enrich your life by remembering Gurudeva every day. And the author of this divine book is MAKANI VENKATRAO garu, also known as Srivari Padarenuvu, whom Gurudeva lovingly called Venkatramaya. And this book was beautifully translated from Telugu into English by Dr. Ramakrishna garu, Veduru Narayan Rao garu, and Dr. Tolana Ashoka Chakravarti garu. And this video presented by Mandava Ravikant garu with voice over by Kusuma Nandimandalam. Before we begin, please take a moment to like this video, share it with your loved ones and subscribe to our channel. Your support motivates us to continue sharing the divine teachings and miracles of Bhagavan Sri VENKAIAH SWAMY. Don't forget to comment Om Narayana Adi Narayana. So, now with the blessings of Gurudeva, let us begin today's divine Leela. Title is Saying of Gurudeva, Recognizing God in Human Form. Everyone think once, why everyone cannot recognize God even when He is standing before them. Drawing wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita, Gurudeva explains the power of Maya, means illusion, ignorance, devotion and meditation, showing us the true path to realizing the Supreme Divine. Let us now understand this beautiful message with devotion. And Gurudeva begins with a powerful statement called, everyone cannot know God. He further explains that God does not travel from one place to another to become God. Rather, God manifests in human form to guide humanity. And this book identifies Sompalli Venkaiah as that living divine manifestation, explaining that through spiritual perfection attained over previous births, he was born with supreme divine powers to uplift mankind. So, let us know why cannot everyone recognize God. Many people search for God everywhere, yet fail to recognize Him even when He stands before them. Gurudeva teaches that God can be found wherever we search with the eye of wisdom, not merely with our physical eyes. Only those whose hearts are purified by devotion are able to recognize the divine presence. The meaning of meditation on the living divinity. The book teaches that the soul reaches Parabrahma, the supreme reality, through complete concentration on the living divine. Meditating on the Guru with unwavering faith gradually removes ignorance and leads the soul toward liberation. This emphasizes that the living Guru is not separate from the Supreme Truth, but serves as the visible path to realizing it. Teachings from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 25 says that Lord Krishna explains he remains hidden by his divine Yogamaya because people are influenced by the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Along with attachment and ignorance, they fail to recognize his eternal nature. Only true devotees can perceive his real form. And the second saying from Bhagavad Gita chapter 7 verse 24, people mistake the eternal Lord for an ordinary human being, unable to understand his supreme and imperishable nature. They consider him just like another person. This misunderstanding arises from ignorance and worldly attachment. Why does God take human birth? And this book beautifully explains that the Lord assumes a human form for one purpose, that is to protect dharma, to guide humanity, to grant liberation, means moksha. Although God appears like an ordinary person, his mission is extraordinary. Unfortunately, many people ignore him and seek temporary worldly blessings elsewhere, missing the opportunity to receive the highest spiritual grace. And the tragedy of worldly illusion is the people trapped in worldly desires cannot recognize the divine. Bound by pleasures, attachments, and sorrows, they remain caught in the endless cycle of birth and death. Human birth is a rare privilege given for realizing God, yet many spend it pursuing temporary desires while forgetting the Supreme Lord. And this book reminds us that praying only for material gains while neglecting God Himself is a great spiritual loss. Representing Gurudeva's divine creation, the author states that these teachings are presented to help readers understand Gurudeva's divine creation. They are also called Srishti Leelalu. Through this divine plays, Gurudeva reveals that every miracle and every teaching has a deeper purpose, that is to awaken humanity from ignorance and lead them towards self-realization. So as of now, we have learned 4 main lessons. First, God is always present. Second, the problem is not God's absence, but our inability to recognize Him. Ignorance, ego, attachment, and worldly desires cover our spiritual vision. 4. Through devotion, meditation, humility, and faith in the living Guru, the veil of Maya gradually disappears. When our heart becomes pure, we begin to see God not only in the Guru but everywhere. Here I am presenting one deepest spiritual messages in the SATCHARITRA. Gurudeva reminds us that God does not hide from humanity. Humanity hides itself behind ignorance and illusion. And the purpose of human life is not merely to fulfill worldly desires, but to recognize the divine, surrender at the Guru's feet, and attain liberation. May Bhagavan Sri VENKAIAH SWAMY bless us with wisdom to recognize the divine, devotion to follow the righteous path, and the grace to attain everlasting peace. That's it for today. I will see you in the next one. Until then, keep chanting the divine name Om Narayana Adi Narayana VENKAIAH SWAMY Sharanam. Thank you all. The meaning of meditation on the living divinity. When the soul reaches Parabrahma, the supreme reality, through complete concentration on the living divine, meditating on the Guru with unwavering faith gradually removes ignorance and leads the soul toward liberation. This emphasizes that the living Guru is not separate from the supreme truth, but serves as the visible path to realizing it. The teachings from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 25 says that Lord Krishna explains that He remains hidden by His divine Yogamaya because people are influenced by the 3 gunas sattva, rajas, and tamas, along with attachment and ignorance, they fail to recognize his eternal nature. Only true devotees can pursue his real form. And the second verse teaches that people mistake the eternal Lord for an ordinary human being, unable to understand his supreme and imperishable nature. They consider him just another person.